Right. Nebraska's longest-serving death row inmate was put to death this morning.
Carey Dean Moore was executed this morning at the Nebraska State Penitentiary for killing 2 Omaha cab drivers back in 1979. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Rachel Miner is live with more on our top story. Rachel?
Rod and Megan, media witnesses tell us the execution took about 15 minutes, and before he died, Moore told his witnesses, "I love you." Almost 39 years after robbing and killing 2 Omaha cab drivers, Carey Dean Moore was put to death Tuesday morning at the Nebraska State Penitentiary. Moore, the state's longest-serving death row inmate, was killed using a cocktail of 4 drugs. He was the first in Nebraska to die by lethal injection.
The first of 4 substances were administered at 10:24 a.m. The Lancaster County coroner produced Moore's time of death at 10:47 a.m.
10 people witnessed Moore's death, 4 being members of the Nebraska media, 2 Nebraska Department of Corrections staffers, a clergyman, and 3 witnesses of Moore's choosing. At 9 a.m., just an hour before Moore was set to die, he was read his execution warrant. Joe Dugan, one of the media witnesses, described Moore's demeanor as the warrant was read.
The gravity of what was happening to him was clear on his face and his expression, I would say.
About an hour later, witnesses were taken into the execution viewing area. A green curtain went up showing the execution, but at times went back down, preventing them from seeing the entire process. Moore was laid and strapped to a table where he mouthed his last words to his witnesses.
He turned his head left and mouthed several words to appears a number of witnesses, including the words, "I love you." He said that at 10:25 a.m.
5 minutes after the drugs were administered through an IV, Moore was checked for consciousness. Witnesses said he coughed several times before going still, and it was then that his face gradually turned from red to purple. About 15 minutes after the execution began, Moore was pronounced dead. The witnesses tell us there did not appear to be any complications with the execution. Moore's body will be handed over to the Nebraska State Patrol and an autopsy will be conducted. Rod and Megan, back to you.
Rachel Miner reporting live for us at the Nebraska State Penitentiary.